Hello, Facebook friends. This is Crazy on Gary and Joe for my almost a little late, about an hour and a half late, 2 hours on my Friday video. Just kind of not sleeping, listening to some Coast to Coast AM, talking about some aliens. What are you going to do? Aliens. They're out there. They're living in the ocean for hundreds of years, thousands. Uh, this week, woke up, side of my face is just swollen. You can tell. I tell you, the last year has just been, when it comes to my health, has just been stupid. Stupid. Tooth infection. I was down for about 2 days, 2.5 days. I was just in bed for 2 days. I was so drained and tired from the infection. It was just, Anyway, I hope everybody's had a good week. Hope everybody has a nice weekend planned. We have comic book memories tomorrow. Dr. Silver Age and Shannon. Rod and Shannon. Cheap comic collector Rob. I believe he's not going to have a sale tomorrow. I think he's having an issue with his computer. I think somebody's going to be taking up the helm, though. I don't know if it's Secatronic Squirt Gun. I don't know if it's Aaron. I'm sure there'll be a $2 claim sale tomorrow somewhere. Yeah, it was an interesting week. Pretty crazy. But I was going to have a live show again tomorrow night, but I think I might have to do that next weekend. Try to get another video in tomorrow, but who knows. Had a lot of fun last Saturday on the live show, the Gnarly Comic Show with Gnarly Dudes. We had Shannon on there, Mike, Easy Comic Reader. We had Rob, Cheap Comic Collector, was on there. It was a lot of fun. I was thrilled to have Shannon on there. I've been watching him for years. So, yeah, it was a good time. Great time. So if you haven't watched it, watch it. Like it. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe. Doing pretty good. But I showed a couple of, about a week and a half, 2 weeks ago, I acquired some World's Finest comics. And I didn't really get a chance to go through them. As you know, I'm a big DC fan. I love World's Finest. But I kind of wanted to go through them a little bit, a couple of them, just to kind of show you guys how that, what I received, what I got, a little bit more detail. We're going to start that off with World Finest, issue 158 from June of '66. Your two favorite heroes, Superman and Batman, in one adventure together. And guess who the villain is? We got Mr. Nasty himself, Brainiac. The Invulnerable Super Enemy, Part 1, 3, and then there's also another story in it. Could have did some research on it, but kind of like I just love the artwork in these old comics. Robin. I honestly just going through them and looking at all the ads and pretty cool. Here's a couple of ads for some stuff. Oh, there's an ad back here too. Some vehicles, some toys. This is a go-go check too, by the way. And you guys out there needing collect go-go checks. I got this one, and I got another one down there, World's Finest. This is 158. Just shoot me a line on Instagram or Facebook. Email me. Maybe we can work a deal. It was like 31 degrees up here this weekend. It got to minus 60 last weekend on Sunday with wind chill. It's like minus 30 or something like that without wind chill. Then you just double it, and then you got that. If you work with the wind chill, your free trip around the world. I like this fund. Published as a public service in cooperation with the National Social Welfare Assembly, coordinating Organization for National Health, Welfare, and Recreational Agencies of the U.S. Right on the bottom. And we got Rocky and Bullwinkle. They're Cheerios. Get some more craziness going on with the boys. Fun old comics. Oh, look at those aliens. Aye. The Colossal Boy? No. That's not Colossal Boy. He's got the powers of Colossal Boy. Chrome. Oh, geez, I was going to say I saw anybody collects the McFarlane, the superpowers, I know Walmart now has the Brainiac, old school Brainiac there. And I saw the Question, classic Question. And I saw at Target, and I didn't get it, Wildcat McFarlane. Wildcat. Gosh, you could basically, I know they have Alan Scott. They got the Superman. They got the Wonder Woman. Got the Batman. I'm pretty sure with McFarlane right now, except for the Hawkman without the helmet, I think you could probably have the Justice Society. I know they have Jay Garrick. I don't know. I know the superpowers you can, the 6-inch or 5-inch figures. Super Turtle. I don't know. Swing with Scooter. Then there's that Direct Currents. So 1966, my dad graduated from high school in 65. So that means he went into the Marines. My dad would have been in boot camp, maybe. He would have been in Vietnam, I believe. He was a Marine. Yeah, 66, he headed over to Vietnam. And my uncles. Ray Raymond? TV Detective, The Magic Tablecloth. I don't know, interesting times. There's just always something. You know, stuff going on today. Stuff went on 20 years ago. Stuff went on 40 years ago. 50, 80. Always something going on. I'm curious, the Palisades. Now, I didn't look into it because I figured it'd be a good comment. And I apologize for not responding right away to any of the comments you guys been sending me. I've just been kind of occupied. But I'll get to them. Now, the Palisades, was that the same as the modern day Six Flags amusement park? Because I know this is, I'm always seeing this ad for DC and Superman from Palisades, these older comics. I don't know. Ray Raymond, I'm not too familiar with this. And of course, we got Cape and Cowl. Yes, we got that right. Letters. Dear editor, keep up with that editor's roundtable. It's my only link to DC's fabulous past. I sure wish I could vote for some of the stories I'd like printed. Ezra Knight from Newtown, Massachusetts. Yeah. So anyway, that's issue 158. Kind of swing through a couple of more here. No, the show last weekend, the live show was fun. Shannon, of course, has just got awesome comics to show, so that was a thrill to see some of his stuff. And then he's got all those boxes, comic boxes, you know. It's crazy. Diet Coke tonight. Straight Diet Coke. I'm old. I don't drink really anymore, so. An occasional brewski. But I'd rather spend my money on comics and toys like most 51-year-old men should do. We got issue 157, May of 66. Kind of going backwards here. Superman on television. Cool, cool. I like that cover too. The Abominable Brats. Those damn kids. All Batman's trying to do is take a nap. Once again, anybody's looking for 158 or 157, go check. Let me know. Gala benefit at Coliseum on July 23rd. Guess who's going to be there? Batman and Robin. How much do you think they charge for autographs? So this is, I'm like looking at going, Kathy Kane. Oh, yeah, they're married. My brother had the Batman. I think we found it when we were younger, back in the late 70s, found this at couple of those at a garage sale somewhere. We had all that stuff. I always remember we'd buy the model kits, like the old World War II warplanes and the fighter jets and the carriers and all the battleships, and we'd put them all together, and oh, that was fun. But I remember one specific one where it must have been 78, 79, because I was reading, maybe 80. because I know I was just enthralled with the Superman Spider-Man team up comic that came out. It was the greatest thing ever. I think there was a Hulk and Batman one too. But I just always remember reading. That was my favorite comic when I was a kid, because those were, you know, Spider-Man at the time was like my all-time favorite. He was my favorite character when I was younger, because we had the TV show. Was that on NBC or CBS or something? I've been watching some of those old clips on YouTube, some of the old scenes from that. That was kind of a fun show. It was Spider-Man, you know. Too bad they couldn't bring like Spider-Man and Hulk to combine forces, have a Marvel team up. Superman full of hot air. I don't know, that was cheesy, sorry. Couple of ads there. I hate that because I'm always like, it's like, because I lick my fingers and touch the page. Oh, look at that, riding a whale. See? It's Superboy up there. Or Superman's son. Another one of those National Health, Welfare, and Recreational Agencies ads. Health myths debunked. This one was funny, the whole putting a steak on a black eye. There's an episode of every TV show that's ever came out. And they had was it the Brady Bunch? Sam the butcher brought over a steak. Or Peter, or Bobby, or whoever got a black eye. Rocky and Bullwinkle again. I gotta kind of get into those Rocky and Bullwinkle comics. And I see you guys doing that quite a bit on the claim sales. Bugs Bunny. Connie Nelson. Can't remember her name. She's the one who's doing the Coast to Coast AM tonight. George Nuri, who took over from Art Bell, who passed away, years ago, a few years back. He doesn't do it on weekends, but they have open lines. If you guys want to hear some good stuff, if you haven't listened to Coast AM, open lines is the best. That's where you get all the weirdos calling in, like Bigfoot's in my backyard, or the Chupacabra is humping my dog. Hey, I have an infection. Okay. Whoa. Oh, look at that. Mr. Mitzelplick's son and Batmite Jr. will all be. I knew that little mite had something. He had something going for him. Cape Nicole. Some more letters. World's Fair Comics. World's Fair Comics. Anybody heard of that? World's Fair Comics? We must be doing something right. Ad for some comics. Brave and the Bold, The Flash, and the Doom Patrol. I used to have that Batman comic. I probably still do somewhere. Superhero joins the Super Freaks. The Secret of Cell 16. 16. Sorry. Infection. Kind of looks like maybe a spooky one. Oh! 238 magic tricks for 50 cents. You guys better get on that. If anybody wants that, let me know. I'll send it to you. Cut it out of the magazine and I'll put it in an envelope and send it to you, fellas. Oh, this must be yeah, that's interesting. I don't know anything about that. Then you got the checklists or the comics coming out. Got a little extra right there. Caps. World's Fair Comics. You know, here you can get Spaceman Strength and Endurance. Look at that. What else do you need? What else do you need? And G.I. Joe toys. Or excuse me, action figures. Or as the mother of my children says, dolls. They're so mean, aren't they? They're so mean. All right, what do we got? What do we got? 152, World's Finest. It's from 65. Treasure Chest of Fun. You know, I always wanted to get one of those, like, Frankenstein. I think they're cutouts, aren't they? Full color, life size. You never knew. Like, I'd be like, my brother and I'd be like, sister would be, Dad, can we get it? He's like, no, it's a ripoff. So we never got him. And we got some more pesky kids in this issue. Go full throttle with Wen Mac. Oh, that's where you put in the. What do you put? You put something in it, don't you? You know, and it never tells. I mean, you really have to dig to see who did the art on these, the artist and who wrote them. And I mean, I'm sure most of you guys know because you know you've been doing this collecting for a hell of a lot longer than I have. But yeah, I don't know. There isn't even any. Extra, a new feature. Read the greatest DC stories of past years as selected by the Editors Roundtable. The Knights of the Round Table, the clock at every gable. Join the G.I. Joe Club. I used to have all those freaking toys too. G.I. Joes when I was younger. I had the hovercraft. Was that the whale? Show some more art here. I'll look for some more ads. Titanic Tots. Titanic Tots. Titanic Tots. What did Harvey Korman call Madeline Kahn in Blazing Saddles? It rhymed with Titanic tots. Candor. I always forget that that's been around for a while. I mean, years and years and years, decades. The Candor. There's a Tootsie Pop. Ad. Another Rocky and Bullwinkle. Another National Health, Welfare, and Recreational Agency ad. Nature's Bill of Rights. You're out here in the water, don't be muffing around. You gotta watch out for shit. If you catch a trout with 2 tails and 4 eyes, just throw it back. Oh, look at that. The Batmite and what's that? Mitzelplick and little Batmite. Oh, these are fun just to go through. I mean, some of these comics aren't in the best shape. This one's got some Staples issue, but hey, I don't give a shit. Another Palisades ad. Right there. 100 magnets. Jesus. What the hell are you going to do with 100 magnets? Enemy Ace. The cat gets cooled. I don't think I have any Enemy Ace comics. I know I have. Weapons of Destiny. I wonder if that gets put under National Health or just accessories of national badassness. Oh yeah, it's kind of an old. See, I like that when they throw in, you know, back in the early 80s, like Detective Comics had like Green Arrow. They'd always have the conclusion of whatever was in the Batman comic storyline. Like the one that's in my head is the one with the Scarecrow. Was it 380 something? I can't. And then it concludes in the next issue of Detective Comics in 2 weeks. So that was kind of nice because you only had to wait 2 weeks for the story. I think they did that for a while, but then they... Giant Page Lois Lane coming out in that one. Now what do we got in here? Super Turtle. It's just the curse of the Superboy mummy. I mean, come on. Fooey, fooey, chewy. Those damn Tootsie Rolls. No, those are... Yeah, it's a Tootsie Roll. Cape and Cowl. Oh. Here we go. It's the new, one of the stars of the upcoming DC, Metamorpho. Well, I mean, he's not new. He's been around for longer than I've been alive. Oh, here we go. Be the man you want to be. And while you're doing that, you can get a Mets wristwatch. Look at that. For only $9.95. Jeez, I bet you that's a collector's item right now. Maybe. With expansion bracelet, $10.95. Anti-magnetic. Full numeral dial with minute track, handsomely gift boxed in your choice of 4 styles. That's awesome. All right. Well, oh, my brother. He sent my actual brother, my brother from my mother. Sent me a AOK bunch of comics that I'm probably going to go through into my tomorrow's video. Like, I'm not even joking. He sent me like 100 comics. I'll give you a little taste. Ray, why are you killing Lobo? So yeah, so he sent me a whole bunch of comics. Some of them are kind of cool. I gotta kind of organize them so they're not so clustered. But I'll continue this World's Finest maybe next week, or just kind of going through my comics and sharing them with you guys. I just figured it's, something to do, to share. But anyway, I hope you guys have a great weekend. Like I said, I'll have a video out again tomorrow. Don't remember. Please remember. Tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock Central, 10 a.m. Eastern. Comic Book Memories with Dr. Silver Age, Rod, and Shannon. Always a good time. Good couple hours there. A lot of cool stories. Reading the chats. Kind of fun. You don't even have to say anything. Just watch. They always show really great books. Great books. Awesome books. Rod showed some awesome Flash comics last week. Baby. I'm like, I need every freaking one of those. Someday, my Flash's comics will come. But thank you for watching. Like if you liked the video. Subscribe if you'd like to see more. Have yourself a great weekend. And I will see you again very shortly. Thank you.